So guys, the time has come. I get a message from my mate saying that this base got offline raided by some douchebags. Guess what? It's time for a proper base tour. This is a base tour that I did before I left the tribe. So, you know, when I went to Hod's tribe, I decided to do a base tour in case they ended up getting raided. I wasn't going to release the whole thing. I put part of it in the last video that I did in Season 1. But I didn't show you the inside of our main base, and I didn't show you a few other things, like what we had, as in like items and BPs and stuff. Now I can actually show you because all of this is gone. It's been completely wiped from what I've been told. So it's pretty cool. So I'm going to talk over and tell you what's happening and what you're looking at. As you can see, we've got turret towers hanging from chandeliers on all the platforms. We've got our boss Rhino sitting there. Got our Allosauruses and our kibble farm just here. Allosaurus we used to tame heaps of griffins. We've also got mantis kibble going, but we never really got a rock golem. Our intention was to get a rock golem, but we never did. The Sarcos, that was so annoying to get kibble for stegos. It was horrible. The greenhouse, by the way, was one of my favorite things about the base. It looked nice. It was so flush and symmetrical. It looked nice, it ran nice, it was really well done by Zephyro, and I helped out with the wiring, which was perfect. As you can see, we had heaps of kibble dinosaurs. The amount of kibble we had was insane. Like we would pick up eggs every time we came on. We'd go around, collect all the eggs, chuck them in the fridge, do that for a while, and then we'd just smash out the kibble. We had galleys and everything. We had fridges full of stuff. We had all our crops. As you can see, it had hatch frames. Well, yeah, so just the basic hatch frames. On top of the greenhouse thing, that would give you 300% greenhouse effectiveness, I'm pretty sure. It might have given you a little bit less, but it was good enough for what we needed. Let's move on to the other area. At the moment, I want to talk a little bit as well in between about where the channel is and where I want to go with it as well. Just a bit of an update as well. This is our boss vault. We'd keep this here just to do boss fights, go off and do boss fights. We're going to start doing it with advanced pistols and whatnot, but we never got around to another boss fight while I was on. People weren't on enough to be able to do it. This is the main base, by the way. It was pretty much capped out with ammo, 4,000 ammo in every turret. So it was pretty insane. They would have had to soak it a fair bit, or just like maybe Dick Racer or something. I don't know what they ended up doing to get in. It would have come from one particular side, taking down the chandeliers. I heard that they actually took down the chandeliers. That was our original crafting station, by the way. That's where we first started crafting. We would put the metal in there, excess in the vault, and where the actual forges are, there was windows. So we could actually transfer that into the fabricators and smithies that were inside, and the camp benches and whatnot. And as you can see here, it was double layered at the front, and then it was double layered again. We had a spawn area just there. This vault just here had all our recently made flak with crafting bonus. This is our crafting area. Our little fridge in the corner for like medberries and some extra eggs. That was where we kept those extra eggs when we got offline meat ram. We had extra eggs just in there, so that was pretty cheeky. So that was our transfer vault just here. We used to use this vault to transfer to the smithies and to the other locations from the forge, so that we didn't have to try and throw it everywhere. We could just place it all in there and take it as we needed it from the smithy, or into the smithy, into the fabricator and stuff. You can see Zephyro's asleep on the floor there. Just having a little nap. What's up, Zephyro? He's just napping away in the crafting area. Just chilling. Yeah, so the rest of it, we double layered this as well. As you can see, there was a generator underneath this floor just where I am now, which is one of like 3 generators we had in the base. And you go up, it was double roofed with the wiring in between. And this was our personal vaults and all our armor and weapons and all saddles and whatnot. This was the lockout room that we had beds in. We had a fridge up here with extra eggs again. So we doubled up on the extra eggs. All the snails up above, just chilling there so that we could actually, you know, get cementing paste all the time. We got like 1,600 cementing paste an hour. So it was smashing it out. As you can see here was a little door, and it went into our vault, which had all our BPs and element and stuff in it. This was our place to store our important BPs and element and all that kind of stuff, our tech stuff. If you go around to the different vaults, we had... I'm pretty sure this was somebody's kit. This was somebody's vault. I'm not sure whose that was. Zephyro's. So Zephyro had his kits and stuff in there, which is pretty good. Fair bit of good stuff. He had a lot more than that in the end, but he ended up using it all. This was somebody else's vault. Another person's vault, I'm pretty sure. They didn't have much in this one. I'm pretty sure this is my vault. Pretty sure this is my vault. However, I think I might have taken most of my stuff out by then. And then you had chickens, which is that green one just to your right, which was, he had like a meme face. It was pretty funny. I was taking a bit of food out just to make sure I could eat. This was, what's his name? This was Varrox's thing. He had like nothing in there. I had to look around. He had nothing in his folders. Someone had used all his stuff, which really annoyed him. Chicken's meme vault. Look at it. It's got all this damn paint in it. This was our saddle vault with all the saddle BPs that we didn't want to keep in for like safe storage and whatnot. There was heaps in there. We had, this was our tamer vault. There wasn't much in there. This was our boss vault. So it had all the artifacts and it had rockets, C4. This was our boom boom boss vault. So it was called boom boom boss. To have our C4 rockets, boss artifacts and everything, guns for the boss fights and everything else that we needed to go do our boss fights easily. So we had that all organized and ready to go. Stimulants so we wouldn't get knocked out. And the generator obviously was just in that little room. Every time people kept putting ramps and stuff and weird shit in this area, it would make it really difficult to get in and out. It was rather annoying. And these doors, like the amount of times I had to open and shut these doors, we had a door lock on it at one point, like a keypad, but it was so irritating to like do that all the time because nobody would use it anyway. We had all our soaking dinosaurs over here. They were right. They were, you know, obviously the 7-4, and I think it was like 3 for the tracks, 7-4 for the stegos, but yeah, they weren't the best. As you can see, we spammed gateways all over the ramps up. Obviously, that's not going to keep them all out. We put what's it called? Cliff platforms to try and stop people getting up. You'd have to use heaps of C4 or fly your dinos up. We had a little pillbox here. This one wasn't the best. It was kind of shit, the one on the left that we just went past. Obviously, you can walk up on that one, so it's not the best. We had multiple chandeliers. The amount of turrets that were on this base was just insane. Like, each of these chandeliers probably collectively together, like 2 chandeliers on a tree platform, was probably about 80 turrets, maybe. This part is where they came up for the meat run. So we put a chandelier here and put heaps of cliff platforms down. We even kept the old pillbox, and we added another chandelier just on that tree platform just there next to our Dino Pen. We made the Dino Pen a lot smaller as well. It was half the size. The previous Dino Pen was absolute dog shit. The person that made it wasn't really thinking about LOS, and it got LOS so bad. I tamed this mammoth afterwards as well when I had to make another thing. As you can see, this is a crafting area. It was really well set out. Making gunpowder and making bullets was actually really easy to make. I don't know why I made so many bullets, but I made so many damn bullets in this area. It was ridiculous. The amount of time and effort I put in was insane. However, like, I don't know why I did it. I should have just really raided for it. The amount that you can get from raiding, just like blowing open a base or running up and then taking the bullets out. As you can see, there was a Homer sign there just to keep the morale up. It was funny. I think Chicken ended up doing that, or Zephyr did it. I couldn't remember who did it. The crafting area served its purpose. It was good. It was fun. I miss it. Like, I do miss out my base that I had with them. I had good times with them, a lot of fun. They helped me start out in official and small tribes. I really appreciate every single one of them, guys. The people that helped me get to where we were with this base, I can't thank them enough. They helped me out so damn much. And it's sad to know that the base is actually gone now. All this is gone. Knowing that just makes me a little bit sad because it was my original tribe and my original base and where I first started. As you can see in here, it changed a hell of a lot. We had that center chandelier. We had our taming, our breeding area over here with our tech Troths and our tech Jenny. I was raising a few dinosaurs at the time. We had a few dragons and that. Like, it didn't take us long to get all the stuff back after that that offline meat run that happened to us. It took us like no time to get the dinosaurs back. Like, they didn't accomplish anything really. So that wasn't such a bad thing. Everyone seemed to think it was such a horrible thing that I was wiped and everything, but nah. It took us no time to get everything back. And we had the spare eggs, so it was all good. But this is just kind of like, you know, centralized turret tower in the middle with it all open so that you can shoot people pretty much wherever they go. Heaps of Pteranodons, they were just bred for scouting. We got lots of griffins as well, as I said before. We had all those Allosaurus kibble from all the Allosauruses that we had. We started going on Argies again. Wasn't really that important for us. That was mostly just for weight for when we went over to other servers and whatnot. This area was better because we opened up the floor. So opening up the floor here allowed us to pop the eggs and not come back to dinos being in the damn foundations or under the ceilings where the air conditioners are and stuff. In here was double layered as well to get to the tech generator and generator. Obviously, you know, we got that going in there. That was only really to power the tech troughs, because you need a tech generator for that. And those tech troughs, I tell you what, make your life 10 times better. The replicator was here. Obviously, that could have been a bit of an LOS as well. However, we didn't really care too much about that. It was more so just to get it down, get all the stuff we needed made, the transmitter and everything. I think the transmitter didn't even get blown up. When we got offline meat ran, they only went into the Dino Pen and killed the stuff in there and got some eggs and stuff, and then they just kind of left. While the rest of this goes through, I'm just going to talk, like, my channel at the moment, I really want to push for other games to be on this channel, and I really need people's support in those games, because ARK will die soon. I can tell it already. It is dying, and no matter how much you want to not hear it or you don't want to believe it, it is dying. The views are still there. People are still watching it, but not many people are playing it compared to before. Like, the amount of people that have left recently, like, even just 10,000 people have left small tribes recently. The problem with small tribes, right, is that as soon as people get into a big, or 6 people in a tribe and they're, like, aggressive, they become alpha, and there's alphas on a server. They do the same as they do on official, where they just raid everybody on the server. They go out and raid other people, and then when they get bored, they just start raiding stone bases, wood bases with C4. I've been told from people that have messaged me that people are raiding with C4 on wood bases because they're that bored. Alphas are raiding with, and then, as you saw in one of my previous videos, people were going around with Reapers griefing a little metal base, a little metal cross stone base with a couple turrets on it. 2 Reapers doing that. That's how bored people have been getting on small tribes, because there's no wipe. There's, you know, there's nothing to do. Everyone's leaving because everyone got griefed at the start. It's insane. The amount of people that left because of that. It's the unofficial mentality, basically, you know, unofficial people, you know, once they get raided, they leave, which is kind of stupid, but, you know, then again, you know, some people just try and go start somewhere else. When it first started, when small tribes first started, it was actually really popular. Like, you couldn't get on server. Now, you're lucky to get 20, 30 people on some. Maybe some will get higher. Maybe some will get like 5. It's insane, guys. I feel like it needs to be like a 3-month kind of wipe cycle. I feel like it would do good to have a fresh wipe now and then to, you know, put everyone back to the beginning, make everyone back to the Stone Age, maybe even a primitive plus 6-man tribe server with, say, no tech. You know, obviously no tech because it's primitive plus. Imagine that. That'd be insane. That'd be pretty fun. I'd enjoy that. At the moment, like, I'm pretty burnt out of ARK. I've still got some footage for you guys. Obviously, I'll still upload the rest of my footage I've got. I've got a fair few videos still, hopefully. Depends on how much I have. But I am really burnt out of this game. I come on and I'm not enjoying it at the moment. And obviously, you'll probably be able to tell that from the videos that I've been putting out, that I'm enjoying it a little bit, but not as much as I used to. I probably will be playing mostly other games at the moment and uploading those to the channel. Obviously, I probably will lose subs and people dislike because they think that disliking the other videos is going to make me do ARK videos. Nah, it's going to do the opposite, mate. It's going to make me actually upload those videos more to try and encourage that to stay on my channel. So if people actually encouraged those videos to continue, then they would get more ARK. But that's the thing. People don't see it like that. They just dislike it because it's not ARK. The thing is, I'm not an ARK YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber. I did other games before ARK. ARK just kicked off for me. So, you know, I'm not an actual ARK YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber. Thanks for watching, guys. This was a base tour of my Season 1 with Zephyr and all that. It was fun while it lasted. Sadly, it's gone. And, yeah, I'd have to say bye to that base now. Appreciate you guys for watching and listening to my rambling and all my blah 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 ahs and all that kind of stuff, and I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you go check out my Scum videos. They're doing really good. My last one was amazing. I really enjoyed it. I put a lot of effort into it, and I thought I done really well with the PvP. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.